god, that guy was so brutally hard to kill. Oh well. Now the job's done. And now we can make some videos. Yeah. Hello everyone. Andre from RADapple TV here. And hey, it's time to make some horror videos. Or Halloween videos. Anyways, the spirit of Halloween. And if you want to know what happened, don't wonder what happened. Don't even call the cops over, you know. Yeah. Anyway, we got some movies, we got a list, and it's just a Halloween bonanza. Now this whole video is just gonna be me talking about a few Halloween movies. So let's get to it. All right. First we got Clue. Clue is a kind of like a quirky kind of comedy movie, and it's a mystery starring Christopher Lee and Tim Curry, where they try to find out they get together with a bunch of other people in this mansion, and they try to find out who the killer is. It's a little too long for my sort of taste, but it's pretty good. It's really fairly funny too. It's got multiple endings, so look out for that. We also got Troll Hunter, which is a movie about these kids trying to find this troll hunter who actually does hunt trolls, and not internet trolls, mind you. Trolls that actually live in this European country where they're actually doing this movie, and try to fight off whatever trolls that come their way. It's very interesting, kind of like found footage documentary-ish. Yeah, pretty cool. Hellboy is a superhero movie starring a demon named Hellboy. It's just your fun kind of action comedy with your superhero as a demon. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Go check it out. John Dies at the End is a quirky kind of self-aware movie where it's kind of like one of those movies where the main character knows that he's been through some stuff, and he's going to tell you what's really going on in this world supernaturally. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you don't like spiders though, don't watch it, and I will leave it at that. White Zombie is a movie starring Bela Lugosi. It's very old, but it's pretty good. It's basically about Bela Lugosi has controlled this woman, and her husband has to go find her and get her back. And how will he get her back? Well, you just watch and find out. Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a comedy. It's a comedy horror movie, and with less lean on the horror, but it's a very funny take on slasher chainsaw movies, and I'll leave it at that because it's a cool twist in there. So I feel like you have to watch it yourself. Shivers, or They Came From Within, is a movie. I watched this movie recently, and it's a movie where people. Okay, you know what? It's an old movie. I'm just gonna spoil it for you. Okay, so this guy was experimenting on these bugs, okay, and he made these bugs into some kind of aphrodisiac monster when he experimented on one of his students. Gross. And he was having an affair with that student. Also gross. And that student was very much younger than he was. And this is getting extremely grosser, so let's move on. And that's kind of like the movie. These creatures break out and they start doing creepy stuff. It's just a creepy movie, honestly. Yeah, check it out if you're interested. Shadow of the Vampire. Shadow of the Vampire is not even kind of. It's like behind the scenes look at of Nosferatu, sort of, except Max Shrek is actually really a vampire, and his name isn't even Max Shrek. It's Count Orlok, and you really see really see how it goes. Well, not really see, but it's a really interesting movie actually. It stars Willem Dafoe too, so check that out. Scream 1 and 2, this guy. Is one of my favorite slasher films of all time. It's funny, it's quirky, it's very unique. I love it. Check them out. Like, you won't be disappointed. At least the first two. The first two are the ones I count as the best. The other ones, I don't feel, come up to the caliber. And now we got Nosferatu. Nosferatu is the original Count Orlok, not the Shadow of a Vampire. Nosferatu is one of the horror movies to watch. If you're a filmmaker or just a horror fanatic fan, you should really check it out. I'm not spoiling anything, honestly. It's basically about this guy is trying to sell a building to a vampire right next to his house, and it kind of goes from there. The vampire starts killing, and just these horrible things arrive. It's really creepy. It does have a really creepy atmosphere, and I think it does deserve the title of one of the most influential film of all time. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I could not find for the life of me Nightmare on Elm Street 1 on Netflix. So yeah. And I feel that Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is pretty good, but it doesn't really come close to Nightmare on Elm Street 1. But for my money, I would still buy it on Blu-ray. Basically, the main character starts feeling, having these weird thoughts of seeing Freddy, and he also finds one of the characters' diary from the first movie. And from there, he starts becoming Freddy. Freddy starts taunting him. He starts wearing Freddy's clothes. Freddy even kills him, and the main character is alone. And it's really interesting just to see how it plays out. Carrie is about a girl who has psychic powers, like in almost every Stephen King book. Well, not every Stephen King movie, but about a few of them. Anyway, Carrie's about a girl with psychic powers with a mom with a really abusive, psychopathic Christian mother. And she just has a horrible life, honestly. And honestly, you kind of do root for her a bit, because the other girl is kind of a jerk. And when those people are laughing at her in the high school, I don't know. It's just really messed up. It's a really good movie though, so check it out. The Toxic Avenger. Only watch this if you watch AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd. This is where I think this is the movie where he learns all his craft, all his movie type crafts, because this movie is it reeks of James Rolfe style. It does to me, and it's really cool. I like it, but I don't think the majority of the population would really like it. But if you are interested, check it out. It's kind of like an indie film where it's really raunchy and really dark and gross, and but the effects are really decent for an indie title, so I will give it that. And it's just like John dies at the end. It's an interesting, quirky thing. It's a thing. Not in the film anymore. It's a thing. But yeah, Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby doesn't even feel like a horror movie to me. I mean, it's very creepy and the atmosphere heavy, and but it doesn't feel like a horror movie. It feels more like a kind of a haunting feeling, like what the hell is going on in this movie, you know? Yeah, you know, it's more creepy than anything. But I feel like if you don't like creepy 666 movies, then don't watch it. But if you are interested in to check out the movies, you should. I'm not going to spoil anything because I feel like the reveal of the movie is better if you don't watch it. But then again, this movie's already been out for a year, so you can spoil yourself. I will not spoil it for you. Addams Family. The Addams Family is a quirky family movie where basically the Addamses are gothic, high on life people where they do really creepy stuff. I don't know. I think they're pretty normal actually. I mean, among the families I've seen, you know, even me, I don't think I'm that normal, unless you don't think I'm normal. But anyway, yeah, it's okay. It's fun, you know. If you do see with your friends or family, I'm pretty sure you'll probably have a good time, you know. The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a movie I always look forward to. Halloween or Christmas. It's fun. The songs are nice. It's a beautiful masterpiece. One of my favorite Tim Burton films of all time. Basically, the whole film is stop motion and it's set in the world of Halloween. And this character named Jack Skellington gets kind of tired of Halloween, of doing it year after year after year, and it's been doing it for probably like a millennium, because you know Halloween's been here forever. So he goes off to another world called Christmas Town, where he meets all kinds of Christmas-like characters like Santa Claus and the elves, and he takes that for himself and becomes a nightmarish Halloween. Christmas, sorry. And from there, it goes from there. It's really interesting and really fun, and even though it's a Halloween movie, it's really upbeat, and the colors in the movie is just beautiful. Honestly, I know that's like kind of obvious commentary, but I really do love that movie. It's redundant. Cabin in the Woods. This is another movie that I really love. Actually, I really can't spoil it for you. It's another movie that I'm not gonna spoil for you. I'm sorry. I'm basically gonna say three, not even three, like 5 archetype characters: the virgin, the naughty girl, the jock, the nerd, and the guy who's high, all go to the cabin, and stuff happens at that cabin, horror stuff. Now, what's doing all that stuff, you will find out. It's one of those movies where people pledge to themselves that not to spoil anything, and I won't. So I'm sorry. The Frighteners is a movie. The Frighteners of the movie is kind of like Ghostbusters kind of feel, where I'm sorry, I heard something. It's kind of a Ghostbusters type of feel, where it's very quirky and very comedy heavy. There's a lot of funny stuff in this movie. Actually, it's a weird movie, and I don't think it's for everybody. But if you do watch it, go ahead and watch. It's like it's kind of just about this guy who's trying to con people into being haunted, because he has these ghosts working for him. And from there, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of funny already. And also, while he's doing that, there's also this ghost of death who's killing the living, and he has to find out what's going on. Scooby-Doo, Ghoul School. Yeah, you know that Scooby-Doo was going to come up eventually. To all the people that say they don't really like Scooby-Doo, I always like Hanna-Barbera cartoons, especially Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo being one of my favorites, and I love this this special they have here, and I just always loved the special because it's unique because Shaggy and Scooby and Scrappy all go to this school and they start teaching. Excuse me. They start teaching these little girls how to be athletes. While I never thought Shaggy and Scooby would be that great of athletes, they do sure run a lot. So, but anyway, I always love this movie. So if you do want to check it out, go ahead and do it. It's fun, you know, for kids and people who are Scooby-Doo enthusiasts like I am. So yeah, go ahead. Also, the next one we got is Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. The reason why I don't have all the other ones like Dead Man's Chest and At World's End and Stranger's Tides is because I don't feel like they have that horror element that the first one had. The first one kind of had like at least a ghost story going on for it, and while the other ones kind of do have a creepy vibe too, I don't feel like it has that either. Next we have Hotel Transylvania, where it stars Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg and Selena Gomez. I can read that all right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fun family movie where I don't really like the songs that much, but the film itself is pretty good. You know, if you're into kind of a quirky family horror movies like Addams Family and Scooby-Doo, Hotel Transylvania is right up your alley. It's basically about well, you know what it's about already. I don't even think I can go into spoil anything, but for the people that don't, basically Dracula shuts everyone out from the world because his wife died, and because his wife died, he also has a daughter, and he shields her from the world, from humans, because he's also afraid of humans, and so is the rest of the monster population. So every year of Halloween, they get together, they have this party, and a human comes through, and through that, shenanigans ensues, and yeah, that's basically it. The human falls in love with the daughter. The human starts having fun with all the other monsters. It's really funny. It's really funny, and and the animation and the film is by Jendy Tartakovsky, the same man who done Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack. Those are one of my two favorite cartoons of all time, so I had to get that. Also, he's gonna be making a Popeye movie, so check that out. And finally, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. While not a good movie at all, the movie is fun. It's dumb, and it's dumb action, and it has vampires. It has Abraham Lincoln killing vampires in it. You don't need to know about the plot. You don't need to know anything. This movie has Abraham Lincoln killing vampires. That's all you need. It is. Screw my rating. Screw if it's a bad movie. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. It's Abraham Lincoln killing vampire hunters. Do it. And I'll kill you. I will. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Anyway, I'm sorry for talking so fast that you couldn't hear me. But that's basically my Halloween playlist of this whole month. And thank you for watching. And take care. Is that recording? Actually, let me check.